How's it going, folks? This is Nick with the FarmQA support team, and I'm here to give you a brief overview of FarmQA's crop planning functionality. I'm going to go through how to create a crop plan template, how to assign that to your fields, and how to ultimately execute that as you move through the growing season. So first things first, let's hop over here into the Advice tab, and then we're going to click on Plan Templates. Now, this is where you're going to start building out your crop plan templates for all your different crops. So to start off, you'll go to the bottom of the screen, click this blue plus button, and now you start adding in your information for this crop plan template. So we're going to call this our corn plan. We're going to assign this to our corn crop just so that it's easier to be able to find that as we're assigning crops to our fields. And we're going to give this access to a certain level of our organization. I'm going to put this at my root level of my enterprise just so that everybody can see it. Otherwise, if you wanted to restrict access to individual specific farms, you can set that right here. But I'm going to put this on my root enterprise. So now I'm going to go in down here and I'm going to click on add step. This is where I start putting in the different steps, recommendations, and products that I'm going to add throughout the year. So I'm going to add this as a blank step, and we're going to call this fertility. Now in here, I'm going to go ahead, start adding in my fertility products. In this case, let's put some 4600 on here. Now I'm also going to put in some more product information as well. So let's put in what I want my rate to be. Let's put this at 5 tons per acre. And you can also add a water volume in here if you wanted to as well. This is just mostly to be able to put as much information as you want to in this step. And then this will be brought down to your recommendations. So once you've finished adding in the information to this step of the plan, you can go through and add your other steps to your plan. I'm going to fill out that information here real quick. When I come back, we'll go and show you guys how to be able to actually apply a crop plan to your fields. So now I've gone through and I filled out the rest of the steps in this plan. So this includes at planting, the corn seed that I'll be applying, the pre-emergence herbicide and fungicide I'll be putting on, as well as some fungicide mix later on in the season. Now that this plan template is done, I can actually go apply this to my fields. So to do so, I'm going to come over here to Fields. I'm going to click on Planning. And I'm going to click on Create. And I'm going to click on Dakota Farm Crop Plan 2024. And I'm going to assign this to a specific organization, here in being Dakota Farm. And I'm going to click Create. And here, this is where we go start committing plans to the field. So when you commit a plan, that's whatever you're going to use our plan template, stamp it onto some fields, and this will create a field crop assignment, which you'll see over here in this 2024 column. And this will also apply all the steps of the plan that we created to that field. So to mass do this for your fields, you're going to click on this box right here. You're going to hover over here on the template side and you're going to click apply. Now, if you do have specific templates for your varieties, you can assign those here. Otherwise, you can just click on unspecified variety and we're good to go. Now, this will take a minute, but we'll be able to go in and create fields and plan templates for all of these fields. All right, so now some important information has been put in here into our plan template. We can see the planned crop for all of these fields, as well as the estimated cost that it will be to go through with this plan for each of these fields. If you kind of want a summary of this, you can come over here to the products page, and you're able to see what the total quantity, units, and price of this is going to be. So you can see over here at the bottom, we have the total price for committing this plan to all of these fields in Dakota Farms. Now, this is, of course, going to be exportable to Excel. You're able to export this and get a better view, and you can share this with folks as needed. But whenever we're ready to go to commit the plan, come back here to Fields, and now click on Commit Plan. This will now show you the field changes you're going to be making by committing this plan. And once you're ready, you'll click Commit right here. So now, as you can see here in this 2024 column, we have gone through and created fields for all of these boundaries. So to go view that, I'll come back here to Home, under Dakota Farms, and now you can see that all of my fields are yellow, corresponding to the corn crop assignment. So I'll go over here and click on one of these fields. So now when I click on the field in the slide out map pane, you're able to go through and you can see all the steps for this plan. So specifically, you can see this ellipses here. When I click on this, I have a couple different options here. I can either skip this step, mark it as complete, edit it, where I can go in and change some of my rates and stuff, or I can go start writing recommendations and moving throughout the product. So I can write a rec for this. I can go through and then create tasks later. I can do all that kind of fun stuff. So it's really important to note that you're not able to decommit a plan. Once it's been committed, that's kind of the end of it. So let's say that you made some sort of mistake and that you included an incorrect rate for all of your plan, or the plan changed and you have different crop assignments you need to make. To kind of override a plan and do something different, all you've really got to do is click on the slide out map pane here, scroll to the bottom, and then click on assign crop to field. I can then come in here, pick the crop I want to assign, in this situation, barley. I'm going to click on my barley plan, and I'm going to select the fields that I want to reassign to a different crop. Once I've done that, I'm going to click on assign down here. And now the crop assignments are going to be changed, and I'm going to change all of my crop plans here. So now, for example, when I come in and click on this field, you can see I now have a different plan going here. So I have the in-furrow fertility step, pre-emergence, all that kind of good stuff. So that's a great way to be able to go through and keep on moving. The next thing we're going to be covering here is we're going to be talking about how whenever you finish your recommendations as you go through your plan, how those can be easily converted to spray records. So now let's talk about how you can go ahead and create spray records and recommendations right here from your crop plan. So for this field, I'm going to go scroll down and come down to my fertility step, click on these ellipses and click on new recommendation. You'll now see that my information from my plan step has been incorporated into this recommendation. I can go down here, give it a start and finish by date, and I'm going to click add. So now, as you can see here under my plan progress, I have created this recommendation. When you're ready to complete that, just come over here to advice under recommendations and click on this recommendation that we just created. What you can do from here now is you can go click on the create spray record button. And this is what you'll click when you're ready to finish your rec and you've actually gone ahead and sprayed it. Now, some great things that you can do here. Under application area, you can click on partial fields. If it's just a partial recommendation and not for the entire field boundary, I can put in the area that I applied. I can go put in start times as well as finish times. And I can also go in and add in an applicator. Now, applicators are put into your FarmQA system that you can put onto spray records and kind of stamp them on like so. So you can see that I have myself and my Crop Scout mic in here. I'm going to put myself as the applicator here, as well as put down the application method. Now, another cool thing you can do is set a custom wind speed. FarmQA does stamp all of your recommendations and spray records with the wind speed that comes from our weather service. But if you have another source of wind speed that you want to use for your spray record that you had at the time, you can put that in as well. And you're just going to want to enter that in right here. You can also put in your other information about the products that you put in as well that might not have gotten in during the creating a plan process. And now I can click save. And as you can see here, when I go to advice and spray records, this spray record is here. It's been created and I can now share this and use this for compliance purposes. So that's the workflow that you're going to use in order to create a crop plan template, apply it, create a recommendation, and then end up creating a spray record that you have for that recommendation. So thanks for watching. Thanks for tuning in, and stay tuned for more FarmQA features and updates. Thanks.